Hello, children. Welcome back to your English class. Well, do you know what I have in store for you today? Yes, the story of the shoemaker and the elves. It's a very interesting story. I'm sure you're really going to enjoy it. This is the story of a poor shoemaker. Now, who is a shoemaker? A shoemaker is a cobbler. A cobbler who mends, repairs our shoes, who stitches shoes for us. It is because of the cobbler that we wear such beautiful shoes. So there was a poor shoemaker. His name was Boris. He had a nice wife whose name was Emma, but they were really very poor. They did not have much money. Even after selling the shoes that they made, they were not earning much money. So, in this story, children, you will come to know how two little elves came and helped the poor shoemaker in stitching good shoes and earning more money. Long ago, children, there lived a poor shoemaker Boris with his wife Emma in a small house. They were both very hardworking. Boris used to buy leather, and Emma used to help him in cutting the leather, and both of them used to stitch the new shoes. They used to work day and night to earn a living for themselves. To earn a living for themselves mean to earn some money so that they could have a simple, proper living for themselves. One day Porus was very sad because he had leather for only one pair of shoes. He cut the leather and left it on the table at night and went to sleep. What happened, children? Boris was very sad. He told his wife, "Oh no, I have just one piece of leather for one pair of shoes. What will I do? If I make only one pair of shoes, we will not get much money." But his wife Emma, she was a very nice lady. She said, "Never mind, you cut it, you sell it, whatever little money we will get, we will easily survive in that money. So don't worry." So the shoemaker said, "Okay then, let me cut it right now and I will sew it tomorrow." Means he said, "I will cut the leather and I will keep it on the workshop table, and then when I wake up tomorrow morning, I will stitch it and go to the market and sell it." So he cut the leather and left it on the workshop table. Oh my God! What a wonderful surprise for Boris and Emma the next morning. And children, what was the surprise? Next morning, when he woke up and went to his workshop, guess what did he see there? He saw a bright, shining pair of new shoes on the table. So he was so surprised to see the shoes. His wife Emma, she was also equally surprised. She says, "Oh, a new pair of shoes? Where did they come from? Who made them?" Boris was equally amazed. Why, children? Why was he surprised? Yes, because the previous night he had only cut the piece of leather and left it on the workshop table. He thought that when I wake up tomorrow, I will come to the workshop, I will stitch the shoes, and I will go and sell it on the market. But oh my God! Finding a new pair of bright shoes on the table was really too good a sight to see for them. They were both very surprised and happy. The shoes were very comfortable, so he went and sold them in the market. And children, after selling the shoes, he got money. And whatever money he got from the shoes, he bought more leather with the money he got and brought it home. He cut the leather, left it on the workshop table. But again, oh my God, the next morning he found two pairs of new, shining, and comfortable shoes. He went to the market and sold them and bought more leather. And children, this went on and on. It continued for a few days. Every day, Boris would buy leather, he would cut it, leave it on the workshop table, and next morning, when he would go to his workshop, he would find more pair of shoes. First day he found one, second day he found two pairs, then more and more. And children, he started selling those shoes and he started earning lots of money. He started earning lots of money, and both Boris and Emma were very, very happy. But Boris and Emma were really surprised with this magic that was happening. So they decided to find out, children, that who was making this happen? How was this happening? Who was stitching the shoes for them? So at night, both of them decided, okay, let us hide behind the door, and today we are going to keep awake. We will not sleep tonight, and we will find out who is stitching the shoes for us. Emma and Boris quietly hid behind the door, and they hid as if no one could see them. They waited and waited and waited, and the wait came to an end. And how did it come to an end? When they saw two little elves who jumped in from the window, and they were shocked to see the two little men. Who are elves? Elves are short heighted or tiny little men. They are called elves. The elves jumped in from the window and they both started dancing very happily. But children, what made Emma and Boris sad was that the elves did not have clothes to wear and they did not have any shoes on their feet. But yet they were both so happy. For some time, both the elves danced in the room and then they started doing their work. And what was the work they did? Boris had cut leather and kept it on the workshop table. Both the elves picked up the leather and they started quickly stitching the shoes. And this is how Boris and Emma came to know that who was helping them in their need, who was making shoes for them. So these two little elves, they quickly, very happily, they were singing, they were dancing, and they were doing the work. Their hands were moving very fast, very efficiently to make so many pairs of shoes. And they stitched the shoes, and again they quietly sneaked out. Sneaked out means they left the house. They jumped out of the window and they vanished. Children, Emma and Boris stitched new clothes and shoes for the little elves. And they were very happy after doing that. It gave them a lot of satisfaction. Why? Because the elves had really helped them in their need. So, what did they do? Both of them, they quietly went to the workshop and left the new clothes and shoes on the workshop table. And then again at night, the two little elves, as usual, jumped into the room from the window. They danced, they sang, they made shoes, and after that, they saw the new clothes and shoes on the table for them. They were excited and they started jumping and dancing with happiness. They quickly wore the new shoes, they quickly wore their new clothes, and after that, they jumped out of the window and went away. But, children, it was really sad that they never came back after that. After that, they did not come to the shoemaker's house. They went away. They went away somewhere from where they had come, and they never came back to Boris and Emma after that. But Boris and Emma got so much of help from them that they earned a lot of money, and now they lived happily ever after. Their problems were solved and they were no longer poor. But they always remembered the little elves who had helped them in their need. So, children, the moral that we get is that we should help anybody who needs our help, and when somebody helps us, then we should also remember to reciprocate. Reciprocate means if somebody is helping us, then without telling that person, we should be grateful. We can give them a gift so that the person who has helped us feels happy. Like the elves were very happy because they did not know that Emma and Boris are going to give them a gift. It was a surprise for them. Okay, so children, with this we come to the end of the story. Now, what you have to do is you have to open your English textbook Raintree to chapter 7 and read the story. Now, when you read the story and you watch this video, you will be able to understand the story better and you will really enjoy the story, children. It is a lovely story. Okay? So, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to Malhotra ma'am. And now, wait, I will see you again next week with another video, maybe a topic which you really need to understand. See you. Till then, stay safe, take care, bye bye.